What's up guys, my name is TiPit, otherwise known as JohnBonbergMusic, and let's focus on getting you a YouTube gaming channel for free. In this episode, we are going to be focusing on thumbnails. Now, I have a thumbnail here open in this program called Inkscape. Inkscape is a free online program. I have a link in the description, so check that out. And I have a template here that I built myself, so I have World of Tanks right up here, and TiPit on the side, and this is overlaid on the size of the image, which is a 1280 by 720. YouTube suggests that you have a 1280 by 720 thumbnails. So that's what I did with the size. I just resized it using paint and then pulled it into this program. Now what I want is, this is for my A212 battle, and I want to have the background of the map that I was playing on, and I want to have the picture of the tank right on the side, and then I want to have some text overlaid on that to be able to say, you know, just A212 or 212A. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to click import. Now I already have the files I want, so that shouldn't be a problem. I just have to come over here, grab this file, and they ask me a question. I'm like, yes, let's do it. Alright, so I have the file here. I want to put it there. So what I do is I have to come down here and click this button, and then I click it again. And since I already put these secondary pictures on the right sides of the picture, I'm just going to try to organize them right there, and just going to try to overlay them. So this will take a second. Alright, so that's how it looks, and you don't have to be too meticulous. I was being a little bit OCD about this, but remember that most people will be able to see this as a very small image. This image is going to be very small. They're not going to see much of it. So you do want to have a high quality picture, because that's what people are looking for, especially since there are so many gamers out there. You just really want to have something that catches the eye, and boom, you see that picture and it's like, wow, this person didn't just take this video and throw it on the web and be like, alright, you watch it. No, he actually put time and effort to put a thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the picture of the tank. This will take a second. Alright, so this is what it looks like now. So the picture already had some transparency, so I just took this picture off the internet, and I already had transparency, so I didn't actually apply transparency. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some text on the front of it. And to add text, you come here right on the side, and you click this. It's a giant A with a line on it, and you just drag and you drop. And then you can start typing. So I'm going to write 212A. And what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to click on one of these colors down here, because I want to change the color. Make it a little bit more obvious, more visible. And the color is a little bit bright, so I'm just going to... I can go modify the colors elsewhere, but I'm just going to take this one for now. And I'm going to come over here and go into text right up here, text and fonts. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to choose the one that I think is going to be right for this video. I think this can be good. This should be okay. I want it to look professional, but at the same time I don't want to spend too much time on it. Now if you click on this and now you want to change something else, you can't click on anything because it's always on this. You have to go right back up here and click on the arrow. And then you can click and drag. Now, oh my goodness, look how beautiful it is. Now, you're able to drag and drop. Remember, people are going to see the image about that size. So, or about this size. So you want to have it big enough. Now you can see it looks a little bit cheap just to have this text in that style. And I don't find that things stick out enough. Like just a tank doesn't look well. It just blends too much into this background. So I'm going to modify that. But first, I'm going to modify the text. So what I do is I go over here on the top, filters, and I go into the blurs. Bumps. And I go into, actually bevels. I'm going to try bevels. I'm going to go jigsaw piece. Gonna click jigsaw. Wow. That makes it so much more clear and looks so much better. It almost looks like it has 3D already. And I'm going to go back into filters, and I'm going to click on diffuse light. Now what that does is it gives a shadow effect. Like if there's a shadow. I really like that effect. I have it on almost every one of my recent thumbnails. I really like that effect. So I'm just going to see. Can I put something else to make it look a little bit nice, you know? Alright, so I'm going to keep it like this. I can move it around, and the size I'm going to change a little bit because I think I put it too big. I'll also be able to change the color, see with the embossing and all, what would look nice. Now, I think I'm going to let it like that for now, and I'm going to change the background because the background is it takes in color way too easily. So I'm going to go back into filters, I'm going to go into image effects, and I'm going to go into old postcard. Old postcard makes the colors a little bit more rigid, but a little lighter. So I could just do the same thing again, but instead I'm going to go into film grain. And no, that's not exactly what I want. So I'm going to go back over here and edit, and I can do undo. And that's really important, is normally you're used to being, this program is very easy to use once you get used to it, but at first it's a little hard. I'm going to go back into this, and I'm going to do oil painting. And no, it's still not exactly what I want to do, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go into bevels, and I'm going to try to find... Alright, so I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to go into soft focus lens. Soft focus lens brightens the image and makes it a little bit less focused, so that permits you to see more of the details on top of the image. Also, I think it's not clear enough, especially with the tank. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to get into filters, and I'm going to try image effects, and I'm going to use... actually forget that. I'm going to go into bevels, bumps I mean, and go into emboss. Emboss makes it just a little bit more clear. Alright, so let's see, how would people see this? It's not terrible, but it's not exactly what I want. I'm going to try one more thing. So I'm going to go into the background, and I'm going to do the same thing again. And I'm going to soft focus lens again. There we go. That's what I want. Now the image is clear, but at the same time, it's in the background. You can mostly see the objects on the top of it, and I really like that feel. The A212, I can maybe resize just a little bit. And I'm just going to work on this for a second. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I'm pretty satisfied with this. It's not perfect, but I'm not looking for perfection. Also, realize, don't zoom in and go into the minute details. First of all, your computer might slow down a lot like it's doing right now. Second of all, it will also not be necessary. Nobody in the world is going to be seeing those pictures that close. Nobody really cares. But what they want is to have the images to have simple enough details so you can see on a very small image, and to have enough details to actually even be interesting to look at, and for people to see there's effort put into this. Don't upload videos and just put nothing. That's very lame and shows a lot of lack of effort. Okay, so now that you've finished this, what you do is you go over here into File. You want to get the image out. You're satisfied with what you have. You go into this. Sorry, actually. You select all this. You select your file with the elements inside it, and you select the right size. Don't select any bigger than you need to. Just select the right size, and you click Export Bitmap. Now, Export Bitmap is going to permit you to keep all your details. Now, you see this. I have it as selection. I want it to be 1280 by 720. It's going to be 1280 by 723. That's not a big deal. It's not going to really show anyways. And I'm actually going to try this out, and I'm just going to export it. Now, let's see. It's going to export. It's going to take a second. And this does use some CPU power, so don't try to do this while you're running a game or something. It might not be super helpful. But let's just see how it ends up. Alright, so this is the finished result. This is what it looked like. Of course, people aren't going to see it in this resolution, but you want to have high enough resolution so it's going to be clear. Also realize a lot of people are going to see this on their phone, so, I mean, they're going to have even less resolution. Alright, all you do is you now go into your YouTube, and you go into custom thumbnail, and if you don't have that option, then you just have to activate your account. Now, activating your account, if you have any questions about that, just comment about it. I'm going to be able to try to help you out with that. It's not very hard. It's very simple, and it's actually really fast. And then you're going to be able to add a custom thumbnail, and your image is going to show on the web with this thumbnail. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe. Be awesome, guys.